All right, you wonderful humans. How are you? Welcome, welcome, and welcome. I cannot say that enough. You're experiencing a human life, and your soul signed you up for something. Your soul signed you up to learn something, and for good. You're about to experience what our powerful speaker, Jaymi Jai. Jaymi Jai is a truly remarkable human, and she's an existential mentor. She is able to bring you down in the depth of who you are and what you need in the moment, so that you stop avoiding your challenges, your problems, because those are there for you, right? And they can happen through you if you welcome them to happen. I was with a client a few minutes ago, like an hour ago, and it was really incredible how things just pop up into her life and into our lives, indeed, in a way that show us really even the shortest way, path towards the highest evolution. And most of the times that road is full of tricks that a part of us, as a biologically appropriate response, the mentally, subconsciously appropriate response, avoids. So without further ado, I will have our Jaymi Jai coming on stage.
Hi.
And there you go. Are you ready to experience some results from soul as my joy alarm hits it in this very moment? It's going off right now. And indeed, that's what I'm experiencing. Joy to have you here, Jai.
It's a joy to be here.
How are you today? Well, right now you said that you're feeling joy. How are you today? And what are we bringing on for our people today towards Holy ShiFt?
Mm. I feel a lot of gratitude today. And it's early here where I am. I've just dropped my kids off at school. It's their third day. And I was driving away from the school and just watching. I'm excited to walk into this new place that they were scared to be. And witnessing how they were received and how they were allowing themselves to be received. And it just put me into this contemplation of how often and how comfortable are we to allow ourselves to be received.
I'm feeling chills in this very moment. How often are we feeling comfortable? It's not even how often are we allowing ourselves to feel received, be received, but how often are we feeling comfortable of allowing ourselves? Which, I mean, it's even lower probably as a number, which is crazy. We deserve it so much, right, Jai?
Yes. I feel that in the work that I do, it's all around core essence. Who am I in my core soul's nature? Why am I here? What is my soul seeking to experience through this human vessel?
Right.
And the pain that or the people that I'm working with, that we're experiencing, it's so often connected to our soul asking us to solve that echo. There was such a bad echo and it just went away, and now I can focus better. Thank you for whatever just happened to allow that to disappear, because I can not hear three of me speaking. That was really disorienting. But the pain that we feel, the depression, the anxiety, the heart palpitations, the lack of breath, the inability to fully receive the gift of oxygen from the green world. It's a constriction of our life force. And the pain that we feel of walking through the world is shadows of our essence. The yearning, the longing to be received, to be seen, to be witnessed. And the realization that the permission that we're seeking to live as ourselves, it doesn't come from outside of us. And yet we've been conditioned to see and understand that it should. And I can go on for a really long time about all of the ways that we are conditioned to seek outside of ourselves permission to be ourselves.
Yeah.
And that in the allowing ourselves to be received in our fullness, in our beauty, in our power, it doesn't come from out there. It comes from in here. And it takes an immense amount of courage to enter into that place where we allow ourselves to flow, where we allow ourselves to live from our heart open-heartedly, as love, in love, for love, in a devotional place. And when we come to that realization, that awakening, and we allow our awareness to support us in understanding all of the ways that we are abandoning our essence, our core self, our magic. And we use that awareness intentionally to take inspired action, to step more fully into ourselves. And we allow ourselves first to be received and witnessed by our own heart. And then courageously to step beyond ourselves and to allow ourselves to shine, that inner glow, that inner aurora that's starting to awaken into this like beautiful rainbow, this luminescence of energy and love. And we allow that to begin to shine outside of us. You know, like the sun shines and the plants just receive the sunlight, and the sun never thinks about how it's being received. It just continues to unconditionally give its light. And when we enter that place of alignment and just allowing our inner essence, that inner aurora, that rainbow to flow out into the world, to be received as love, the change that we are able to bring into the world just by being ourselves is so incredibly potent and powerful. And I think that so many of us are being reawakened. Like when we speak about the holy shift, it is a holy shit moment, right? A holy shit moment of awakening into an understanding that the way that we can walk through and change the world is literally to change our inner world, and then just to allow our core essence, our unique nature, to just be itself. And as somebody who has a background in education and activism and who studied the politics of liberation and revolution for almost 2 decades, I've come to an awareness and an understanding that always loved that song, "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." And I believe that it won't be televised because this revolution that we've already entered into, it's a revolution of the heart. And when we step into that sacred place, step into the inner sanctuary and become a presence that sees devotionally through that sacred lens, and it recognizes everything around itself as sacred, and steps into that devotional way of living, there is really no need to protest. There is no need for violence. There is no need for tearing down structures, because you've torn it down inside yourself, which is where it holds the most power. And when you allow yourself to be received as yourself, as an embodiment of love, because we each carry our own unique flavor of love, and when we give that to the world unconditionally, that's where all the magic begins to sparkle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, you mentioned, well, you hit so many pieces anyways, not just one, but that of course I'm tightening it towards this holy shift that we are co-leading this weekend, and on top of wanting so deep inside of ourselves to bring value, of course we're doing it to make sure that people catches the opportunity there. What of what you shared can people find in well, even just in your hour day, if they joined your hour at the Holy Ship, which is Saturday morning for you, like 6 a.m. To 8 a.m. more or less in Pacific Standard Time, and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. in Central European Time. What will they find? Why should they come there? Because this thing, guys, is real. I mean, we are experiencing shifts from deep inside that our conscious awareness do not realize, and as soon as it catches up, it's scared. You know, myself, I give you this example, and then I let you shine, Jay, more than what you've already done, of course. I was observing my life. I was observing how on the rise. I was observing how it's plugging in. It's plugging in. The more I allow it, the more I welcome it. It's literally like here in my latest entries. Of course, even before, but in my latest entries, I was like, well, what do I truly desire? That was for my birthday. What do I want? What's that day I want? And I left the question there. And the day I tapped in, super deep meditation whatsoever, all techniques, methods, and that was kind of 3 days ago. I tapped in while I was thinking of Holy ShiFt, and I started writing. I want joy, I want gratitude, I want pride. And then I was like, okay, wait, but okay, what is joy? Joy is peace. I started kind of making them my own equations to things. And joy is peace, gratitude is plenitude, and pride is self-confidence. And I was like, as I want to bring Holy ShiFt to the world with my wonderful souls like you, Jay, my co-leaders, I want these things, right? Next question, how will I welcome it? Because the shift is trying to happen. We were signed up for something, and in our own external circumstance, we kind of see it as a diamond cage, which is so thick and so invisible and unbreakable because it's diamond. We don't see it, but it's open. The cage is open, but it's invisible. And so how we will actually welcome my possibility to see that the cage is open and I can get out, not even escape, literally step out. Holy ShiFt. This is my answer to it. And this is why you guys, I brought Jaymi Jai, that I friendly call Jai, because from Sanskrit, Jai means victory. To deliver what she knows she can deliver. So what do you know you will deliver? What don't you want them to miss?
What I really want people, anytime that I begin working with anyone, is first and foremost, I want you to understand that the power that you are searching for, the power that you're seeking, and the power that you may be avoiding because you fear power, it's in you. It's not something that is given to you. It's something that you already possess. And discovering that can be a very scary process as you go through that Holy ShiFt process. There's so much that comes up, so many emotions. And the first thing that I feel is really important is to have an inner sanctuary, a place that you can go to retreat and rejuvenate as you go through these shifts, these monumental shifts, a place to go and integrate, a place to go and witness. And so coming into my session, or the meditation that we do is to actually come into that inner sanctuary so that we can be calm, we can be in that place of peace that you discuss, and we're more open to be able to receive the value and the power of boundaries. And boundaries for me, I've simplified it. It's really, really, really simple. I don't even talk about it in relation to relationships specifically, but the fundamental nature of why boundaries are so essential. And our most important frequency or currency, is our time and our energy. And boundaries are all about maintaining, right, a beautiful balance of our energy. And we do that by really questioning how we are investing our time. And so it's about going to that inner sanctuary, and it's about really meditating and feeling into your life with discernment about where am I investing energy that is depleting time that is depleting my energy? Where am I investing time where it's actually replenishing me and rejuvenating me? And is that in balance? Am I spending more time in spaces and places and relationships and with people that are draining me than I am in those, where I'm being rejuvenated? And it's not about any single person or any single place. It's all about you. It's all about being in devotion to your heart's frequency, your soul's purpose, and understanding really powerfully that the power to direct and shape your life is yours. And all of the wisdom, all of the answers that you need to be able to do that effectively, so that in that moment, when you take your last breath, you feel satisfied and at peace with the life that you lived, because you know that the currency you were given, your time, was invested in devotion to why your soul signed up for this life. And our boundaries maintain the integrity of that, if we choose to be in our power and to exercise that power in service to love. And that's essentially what we explore in my session.
So you people, take that last breath for a moment. For a moment, allow yourself to take the last breath of your life. What would you do with it? What kind of shift would you like to experience under the guidance of Jaymi Jai, of myself, the other speakers, Crystal, Slavomira, Isabel? You'll meet him in the next days, the other lives. We're coming together, my dearest, and there's something ridiculous that must be shared about this, because we've done it already together, and we've done it this time especially to make sure that you had no excuse not to join, because you pay what you choose. It's a minimum of 50 cents because it wasn't possible to do different, but it was 144 euros as a standard, or 333 as a VIP before. But because you deserve to be served, we decided to change that. We have just removed all barriers possible of no space, no time, or no money. We kill that kind of scarcity mindset that lurks into our subconscious when we want to expand and elevate. And Jay is here to hold space for you. I am here to hold space for you. The others are here in Holy Shift to hold space for you, so that you can receive. That's so key, as Jai shared that. No excuse of time because you keep the recordings by just joining. No excuses of mine because you pay what you choose and what you can. No excuses of space. You do it from home. You get a hotel for yourself, if you prefer. So if you're ready for real life shifts from actually shits, that was the original word, right? But I decided to put an F in it. And someone would say, yeah, effing shit. Nope. It's a shift. It's a holy shift hitting you in life. It's already hitting you. You're in that diamond cage. And Jai is here to lead the way, for you to see that it's open, for you to surrender to cracks that you can sleep into, to get out of your mind, to get out of your constructs, to get out of your blindness, Jai is here.
Mm-hmm.
So you make sure you sign up now to the upcoming 3-day virtual retreat. A holy shift is going to happen in your life at your sweet home at your chosen price. Now, before I close this up, Jai,
Yes.
hit us with some last words from you.
As you go about your day, I invite you to take one sacred pause, at least one sacred pause today. Doesn't matter if you're in the city, doesn't matter if you're out in a forest, it doesn't matter where you are. I invite you to close your eyes. And I invite you to take 3 deep breaths and to feel yourself connected to the earth and to the universe. Whether it's the wind in your hair, the rain on your face, the sun on your skin, the sound of a bird inviting you to travel into the sky. Focus on something natural, something wild. Feel your heart open. Feel the magic begin to stir, and know that you are that magic. You are an embodiment of magic that is here to love as you are being unconditionally loved. And if you can take one moment every day and enter into that sacred and devotional practice to yourself, just that tiny little moment over time, the shifts and the opening that we're speaking of here, and being able to see through those cracks and step out of the cage, you will begin to feel more free, more alive, and more embodied in your purpose as to why your soul signed up for this life.
It is inevitable. And you are welcome to experience it. Stay unlimited. Sign up. Actually, stay unlimited. Choose what you want to invest. Sign up. And I, Jai, and the other speakers will see you in Holy Shift as the Holy Shift happens for you, through you, as you allow it to happen. Therefore, at your inevitable next level from there. Stay limited. We love you.
Okay.